problem.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is Bible feet Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Nick shit. We can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. They cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No caps, so here's what's on tap. But God, no talking fog. And report, keep myself doing the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back. The fitted cat, so we Nick dripping. It's real, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Anobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? We in the building, man. It's the pregame show, Divine Shot Powers. You know how we get down. New York Knicks and Summer League. They got to get down to get up, though. For some reason, they haven't won it thing yet. But we're going to talk about the pregame show today, man. We're going to get into the Summer League stuff. And we're going to talk a little bit about some other Knicks stuff today that's going on out there. And all that good stuff. But other than that, let me be my partner in the building, the other half of this team, as we can get it popping, man. Shot Powers, what's good, bro?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. I see Crim's dad in there. Let's talk about it, Divine. Let's get it.
Yes, indeed. Crim's dad, Johnny D, what's good, my man? Salute to you guys. And listen, man, it haven't been intrigued Summer League so far. It haven't been too intriguing. But hopefully they can change this thing around today, man. Try to get a win under their belt. To feel good about themselves, man. I know it's really about player development and all that good stuff, but still you want to win the game. But unfortunately, our team is not playing up to their standards that we think they should be able to play with, even with some of the guys who played on the main roster last season, the past season, excuse me. You would expect them to be a little bit more in tune, but I get it. You know, so they hopefully go out there and shake the cobwebs off a little bit, some of them. You know, we need some guys to get in their bag, especially after my man McCullough doing what he did the other day. You know, but obviously Daddy had a little bit of an injury. He's not gonna play today, I don't think. You know, Tyler Kolek is not Tyler Kolek yet. You know, he'll be there, but he's not yet. He's not Tyler Kolek yet. He does Kolek. he does but you know, he'll get there. DIY, I like the way he playing. I like the way he playing. He got a little bit of energy for that side, but that boy can get up and down the court, that big young man, that guy we drafted for
yeah. He got lower back injury or something, right? I think it is.
Yeah, but he gets up and down the floor though. That brother get up down the floor. So he was an intriguing thing to watch the other day. But the game wasn't too intriguing. But some of the players, I liked some of the things. But Kevin McCullough Jr. Shot Powers, young man was in his bag. Coley better watch out. I'm telling you, the boy better watch out, Shot Powers. I'm almost going out on a limb and saying that he's gonna make the roster. I think Kevin McCullough Jr. Shot Powers makes the roster for sure, man. But what's your thoughts on what you've seen the last couple of games, man? And what's going on with the Summer League team?
Yeah, man, it has been. You know, we say to, of course, we as Knicks fans, we want the team to win, but you also have to pay attention to individual players. This year, we have 3 players that came back from last year: Haka Purdy, Pacome Dadier, and Tyler Kolek. Right, if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 guys, and everybody else.
Or if you count McCullough, but he ain't play a lot.
Right, McCullough too. Right, I don't think he didn't play in Summer League though.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, he didn't play in Summer League last year. Yeah. So he those 3 guys, the only guys that came back from Summer League last year. So it is what it is, man. They trying to figure it out. It ain't working. And this is what I want to say. If you look at the teams that were playing, All right, let's just be clear. These teams that got all these number 1 picks, number 2 picks suck last year. We beat them in the regular season. All right, let's stop down the team and all that stuff. All the guys that we got is bare minimum guys. Second round, end of second round guys and stuff like that. Can we stop? Like these guys are getting the first round picks, and these guys looking good, and they scoring 50 points on us and stuff. Their team last year was 2-80. All right, they won 2 games and lost 80. All right, let's stop complaining about what the Knicks did last year and how these teams are beating up on us in summer league. The team that we got right now is a whole bunch of misfits plus 3 guys that played in summer league last year. All right, with that being said, I'm happy with what I'm seeing because McCullough is coming out here and he is putting some pressure on everybody. Dewar, he is a big guy, 6'10". He has done some good things. He can move. He can get down the thing, and he got a spin move. You know what I mean? And we need the size, and he can control the basketball. Need a guy like that. You know what I mean? So I hope that he can make some, second. I mean, being a two-way player, whatever in the G League, whatever we want to do to try to hold on to a guy like that. We need that size and that type of maneuvering that he can get, and that means he can get better. Pacone playing great basketball. Hapardi. If you ain't paying attention to what Hapardi's doing, I think Hapardi didn't he have like 13 rebounds last game or 8 or 9 big rebounding games. Not scoring all that stuff, but what we need him for in the second unit is for defense, which he already got about 3 or 4 block shots and rebounding the basketball. That's what we need. You know what I mean? And Tyler Kolek, he just hasn't come into his own yet because he has no one to pass to. If you look at how Tyler Kolek likes to play, he likes to drive the basketball and kick the ball out to guys that are open. And ain't to me, we ain't got shooters. We ain't got no shooters this year, really. We ain't got no shooters. I mean, we got some guys that can hit the shot, but we ain't got no shooters. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You got some guys that can hit the shot. You got Pacome and all these guys around the perimeter that can shoot the shot, and they got a good chance of hitting it. But we ain't got no shooters, somebody that's getting out there hitting 4 or 8, 5 or 8. You know what I mean? We ain't got no guys like that on our team this year. All right, so with that said, I think we're doing great. The individuals that we talked about, I'm like the way that they're progressing. Do I want Tyler to get a little better? Of course.
Yeah. I mean, it's summer league, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
It's just summer league. I really can't get too high, too low over this stuff because it's summer league. And like I said, these guys, like Tyler Kolek played up on a big team. He played in the NBA last year and was putting a little bit of work in certain spots. Dude played in the playoffs. Sometimes when you in the off season, when you constantly lifting weights, you constantly training, your game not going to be
your muscles.
Your muscles is not acclimated to that amount of time. Yeah, so
right.
In the off season, you just working out, your muscles getting strong,
right.
off. I don't think it's even really nothing to be too concerned about, ladies and gentlemen, because it's summer league, and I can't say it enough. It's summer league, so I do get it. You want to see these guys problem, but you know what though? Sometimes you don't have enough time to come out of slump. Everybody goes to slump. I mean, even in the big leagues, the guys going to a 1 or 2, 3 game slump, a week slump, whatever it happens. And right now, fortunately, Tyler Kolek going through the slump right now. You know what I mean? But that I don't think that defines who he is as a basketball player. I still think he's the best. I still think he's the best point guard on our team when it comes to being a point guard. I think the first 2 games of summer league is summer league. I mean, like I said, the guys, look at a couple of guys. But I will say this here: what's making Tyler Kolek stink even more is because his ability. He's not breaking down that defense like McCullough doing. I'm not comparing him to McCullough. I'm saying that's what McCullough getting buckets because McCullough not selling for jump shots. McCullough's breaking down the defense. He's getting in the lane. He's getting in the paint. And Tyler Kolek looked like he's trying to set up the team, but he also only take a jump shot. Remember the first game, when he went inside, he had 2 nice little floaters in the middle and all that good stuff. Well, he not doing that more than he doing this. So he just got to get back to get close to the basket with your field goal percentage, get a little higher, and then work your way back out to the 3-point line. But because once you get your shot going, then you can go out there. But you can't start your game from out there. You got to go where the percentage is higher at, which is in the inside, and work your way back out where it's harder. And I think Tyler Kolek is doing it the opposite. He's shooting jump shots instead of getting down there where it's easier to get points because the percentage is closer to the rim. Who knows? But other than that, I mean, it is what it is. But he's still distributing the ball. I mean, he's not it's not like he's being selfish with the basketball and nothing like that. So, but he got to get it together. But Daddy A had a good game the day before. Obviously, got hurt the other day. Shot Powell. I like what he's doing. He wasn't hitting shots the other day neither. I mean, he got 6.7. No, Daddy ain't having 7 points. Yeah, so guys is not make a bowl champ. He had no points the other day, and he had like 5 field goals, missed all of them. So it's summer league. I think Pate had a pretty good game. We get into the stats in a minute, Shop. But other than that, hopefully Tyler Cole and them guys come out better today. That's all we can ask for. That they say I got 2 games under my belt. May I come out here and have a game? Because when we go out there and have a double game, nobody talk about Tyler Cole no more. That's over. Tyler Cole go out there and put up 10, 12 points, 14 points, whatever, and 7 assists. We won't even talk about Tyler Cole tomorrow. It'd be a wrap, you know what I mean? So we just got to hope that he bounced back. If not, then we don't have to keep talking about him. He's stinking up the joint. So while he's stinking it up, we got to talk about the negatives he's doing. And when he do good, we'll talk about the good. But right now, I don't think we can talk about Tyler Cole is what he's not doing, because he's not doing it. So he get the smoke. You know what I mean? He got to make himself not want to get the smoke shot powers by go out there and produce it. You see what my man McCullough said, nah, y'all ain't coming at me like that. I'm going to drop
right.
30. So but it's all good, man. I think they get it together today. But it's an interesting thing, like you said. I like the Wawa, what he's doing. I like his ability, his game. McCullough, to me, just impressive. Like I said, I think before he even had it, I was like, Shop House, something like that guy that you've seen. And I'm like, this guy got something. I think McCullough definitely could play on our team and in the rotation. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about him for a little bit too, you know what I mean? And I think now that he's starting to get an opportunity, you know what I mean, to play, the one hard thing for him right now, since last year, he signed a 2-way deal. And salute to K-Ron, I think his name is, from the Objective Knicks fan. I've been looking for this type of information for the longest. I couldn't find it, and he had this on last night or night before last about Tyler Cole. I mean, not Tyler Cole, about McCullough. McCullough cannot get the rookie minimum deal, because he played in the NBA last year.
Correct.
So he would have to be signed to the small vet minimum contract in order for him to be signed. And then they can also use the other non-NBA played game player, the Mohammeds or the whoever else to put on the team. So in order for him to make the team, he would have to get that veteran minimum contract that's out there right now, that vet minimum contract. He would have, if I'm not mistaken, where he was saying it, and I didn't do too much homework today, but from where he was saying it, it makes sense. If he did play last year, and he did play on the court with the Knicks last year. You know what I mean? At the end of the year, I think he played 1 game or something like that. So only way he can get on the court is if he takes that exception. I mean, if he takes the mid-level or vet minimum or whatever that exception is called, he cannot get on as a rookie. Right, he cannot get on as a rookie.
He's literally an unrestricted free agent, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. He's a free agent. He literally is. You know what I mean? But the Knicks got his rights though, because they drafted him and all that. But But other than that though, ladies and gentlemen, he's really impressed me, man. I didn't know. I didn't see a lot of him like Shop House, even coming out of Indiana with the Knicks last year. But his point guard game is pretty good though. He really is. I think as he get, I mean, he's a little older. Don't get me wrong. And Darren, thank you, Darren. Darren said McCullough was given a qualifying offer. So we definitely. I hope he be in the fold, because I really like his game and I like what he can do with basketball. And I think his defense, like I say, to me, he's almost like Quentin Grimes without the Quentin Grimes jump shot. You know what I mean? They seem like they play the same type of style of basketball, except for he's more in tune to getting in the paint and pull the Quentin Grimes was. Quentin Grimes was more of a shooter, break type guy, blah, blah, blah. But this guy, he definitely had it going, so we'll see how it goes. But other than that, the rookie guy impresses me. I think he'll make the team. Like I said, just because you make the team don't mean you're gonna be in a rotation, but I think he'll make the team. I think he definitely will make it. So far, what I see is Tyler Kolek, McCullough, Daddy Haka Purdy, and I think them might be the four, and obviously the rookie. So them might be the five guys that's out of the rotation on the bench for the Knicks.
Pretty much all those guys are already on contract. Haka Purdy is on a 1 year. Pacome is on he's on a contract. Tyler's on a contract. So those guys are coming back. You know what I mean? And right. I think that the rookie is the one that's going to come in 51 pick. I think he's going to come in and fill in that position. It all depends on who they're going to pick for that that veteran contract. And a lot of words out there. I don't know if it's just me and the certain guys that I got on my X or whatever. But there's a whole lot of stuff out there about Ben Simmons. And I mean, At least today it was. So, let's see what happens. It was maybe it's the guys that I got on on my Twitter. Maybe all those guys are prone to Ben Simmons. I don't know. I didn't hear it, but from all of those guys, I didn't hear it from Ian Begley. I say it like that. I didn't hear it from Shams. Like that. But from some of the guys I got on X, yeah. So.
Yeah, it was reported about Beg. But there go right there. Other Knicks news: possible Shammer return. Ben Simmons in the fourth.
Yeah, Sham. Yeah.
Them cats is I don't have a problem with either one of them dudes. I think they both they help this team out one way or the other. I know Ben Simmons will, and I know Landry Shaman will. So, we got a pretty good team down there, man. We really loaded down there. So I think that's through acquisitions of Clark and Yabusele. Clark said Yabusele. So if you bring Ben Simmons and Shaman, then you got a pretty good team there. No matter what the situation is, the Knicks would be okay because if somebody go down with an injury, you have a quality guy. You have a quality guy who will fill in that situation. But I get back to a little bit of something that we were talking about that as well. But like I said, the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, the guys, they just got to get into a better cohesion, whatever. I think they'd be okay. But right now, like I said, they lost 2 in a row, 94-81 the last game. So we just got to hope that these cats be better today. I hope they come out there a little bit more assertive, a little bit more aggressive, and take it to the Brooklyn Nets summer league team, man. Battle the boroughs, you know how it go. But ladies and gentlemen, real quick, you look at some stats from the other day. Haka Purdy, 22 minutes, 9 points, 13 rebounds. 3 blocks, 2 steals, 1 assist. Good game for him. Not so much Daddy, 7 points, but he had 6 rebounds. Let me rephrase that. But he only shot 3 for 11. His offensive game wasn't there percentage-wise, but he did do the other things good. He had 6 rebounds.
He had some toe injury too.
Yeah, at the end of the game, he definitely did. Bouchamp, 0 for 5, didn't even literally make a shot. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. But I think Dink Pate, 3 for 6, shot 50% from the field. He had 7 points. But I do think I like the way our rookie boy played this year. I think he did pretty well. That's why he was a +2. Muhammad Dawar, he had 5 points, 3 rebounds. The cat can get up and down the floor to be 6'10". He handled the ball pretty well. I was impressed with that. So that was good. Overall, the numbers wasn't really nothing to shake a stick at, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it is summer league. It's really about watching how the players get down more, what they doing, how many points they scoring. It's not really about that for me. It's really about to see how their game fits with this NBA team that we have. Can any of these guys' game and their skill set translate to help these guys up top? That's why they're there. Ain't no other reason why they're there. Can they make the Knicks roster? If not, they go down to the G League or they go to whatever. You know what I mean? So that's really what they're really fighting for. But you always want to see quality basketball because, you got to remember from the coach down, everything is new. You know what I mean? For them, the coach, the system, Jordan Brink coaching the team this year. He didn't coach his team last year with 3 years. Dice Yasamato, since Tibbs been here, Dice been at the helm down there. So now you got a new coach down there, which I know. I don't know if you have a coach at NBA, not NBA, but coach at any level. I know he does a video replay for the challenges. I don't know if he got a coaching resume, but anyway, he's there. And then, like I said, these guys, other than Haka Purdy, the ones who are on the roster, got a whole bunch of guys, just like the other teams. Like I said, you got to remember too. I'm not mad at the team that we lost against. We beat the team that we lost against the first game in the first round, and the team we lost to yesterday, we beat them in the second round. Them players is in a good organization. They good teams. I mean, they just like our team is good. Our farm system should be good, but just like Boston Celtics and Detroit Pistons, them good teams. We beat both of them last year, so they weren't like no lower echelon team. They got a quality organization. Brad Miller, Brad Stevens and them know how to run an organization, so they brought in some good talent down there to go on their roster just like we do. You know what I mean? And so I don't have no quality, but their team was better now the last 2 games. Detroit was way better than us the first game, and Boston was better than us the second. But that don't mean they're going to be better than these guys the next game, whatever. But them 2 games, they was better than us. So, but I think we just got to keep fighting, keep getting the best developed. I hate to see that Daddy went down, but I thought he was getting a little good rhythm going shot powers. So I want to see McCullough continue his maturation. And my man don't play today, our rookie Muhammad Dua, then somebody else got to step up. But I would love to see us get a victory today for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking for them to want to get a victory because, if I'm not mistaken, we play Brooklyn today. We play our draft pick.
Right.
We play our draft pick, so we got to show up tonight. For Mikal, right? Did we play our draft pick tonight from Brooklyn, right? So
right.
we gotta show up tonight. I mean, listen, I want, of course, as a Knicks fan, I want the win, but I do want to see different. Right now, Knicks fans, let's be realistic about this team. This team is a whole bunch of guys that got really put together, like almost at the last minute. We had a last minute coaching assigned because Yakashori wasn't really if he might have just got established back as on the team, because if he would have already been on the team, I think he would have ran the summer league. He's been running the summer league. And I mean, so this interruption here is because I don't think Dice, in my opinion, I don't think Dice was on the team. I think they were ready to let him go, but they brung him back. And they bring it back after, I believe. I'm not this is my assumption. And I mean, this way it looks to me. And I mean, so that's what I think. And I just want to see the guys get out there and play some basketball. Right now, this team, only thing we're looking for is three two-way players. We're looking for 3 two-way players, and the rest of these guys are auditioning for either another team or a G team, or elite, or one of those other teams, so they could go and play if they can't make it to the get signed by the New York Knicks G League team. You know what I mean? Westchester team. You know what I mean? They can't get Westchester got their own books, so they got to sign their own players. So that we get 3 guys that will be two-way players, and then the rest can be signed. So let's see what happens, man. I think he's gonna have an excellent year. I think he's gonna have an excellent year, man. He stay healthy, man. 13 rebounds. I mean, that's what I expect from him this year. I think I'm not even gonna I don't even want to say nothing. We'll wait till the season go, because if him and Yabu, if they get popping, man, I'm just saying Mitchell Robinson might trade deadline. Just saying, just throwing it out there, putting some sauce in the seasoning, and the seasoning and the sauce. Just the saying.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine. I think he still have some things he need to work on to even, to me, get to Mitchell Robinson level. But he'd be fine. He just got some stuff to work on. You can tell when I look at the way these guys play, I'm like, dude, you got to make that translate to up top, though. And I think he had some good games this year where he was really, really doing some things. And I think Hacapurdy gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be that backup center for New York, and I think he's gonna be able to go in there, not having no pressure, because he got all that talent. Right. That's what I do love about the guys like Hacapurdy. But I think this year you do to me, like, and I think I do agree with a lot of people that did that last year, but now you could bring these guys along at the beginning of the season because you got like a really good team. Let's put it like this here. I think Yabusele addition and Jordan Clarkson's addition made it easier to play Hacapurdy and Tyler Kolek and them now. Whereas last year, we didn't have talent like that on the bench, so it was hard to play them guys because we didn't have guys who was better than them damn near playing a certain level. But now that you got Yabusele to cover up for some of the mistakes they may make, Jordan Clark to cover up maybe some of Tyler Kolek and the mistakes, I think you go out there and you really give these guys a chance to shine out there. Because I do think they got a better supporting cast around them, opposed to last year. They had a supporting cast, but the supporting cast wasn't even intact because they was all injured, it seems like. But anyway, let's see how can Purdy get a pop, man. I like his game. I like that little jump hook in the middle. I like his aggressiveness. He just got to mentally learn some more than NBA, and I think that's all he got to do. He got the talent. He just got to get the mental part there, and I think he will. I think the cat gonna be fine. I think him and McCullough, all them guys gonna be fine. Like this got a good organization, Shot Power. That's what I'm trying to say. They got some good people in front of them. Like Haka Purdy got Mitchell Robinson and Carl Anthony Towns in front of him. You know what I mean? Daddy A got guys like Anunoby and Mikal Bridges to rub off in his ear. You know what I mean? Guys like Tyler Kohler got people like my man Jalen Brunson. Them, so they gonna be fine. I mean, once they mental game, they physical game catch up, they'll be okay. We'll see how it goes, man. But I want to see them get a pop today for sure, because I think they need to bounce back and get a win. They don't got to get a win. I just want to see them get a win. I don't give they go 0-5 in summer league long. They develop. You know what I mean? And they get used to the playing organized basketball again. Because think about it, until prior to once the season was over, they haven't played no more organized basketball. Like they had pickup games, but this is a structure here. You know what I mean? So you know, it's a little bit more different than playing a pickup game and playing a structured basketball with referees and timeouts and blah 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 blah. So this day, and that's why I can see, like I said, why Tyler Kohler might be struggling a little bit, because not only he was, he's weightlifting. And that's one thing I do know about it. He's working out all season, like all of them are, but he really put it in. And I think that's what's wrong with his shot, man. I think all them arms are just getting a little heavy. So hopefully, he get to massage them things up last night and try to hit something. So we'll see. But salute to the chat though, man. Real talk. Queen Darlene, sister, what's good? Appreciate you. Real talk. E Gibb, what's good? Everybody, Darren, what's popping? Size 9, salute to the chat. Man, Crim's dad, everybody. Salute to all you guys. Darren, salute, man. Yeah, man, listen, we just need a win. And we get a win, we'd be okay. But I just want to see him keep developing. I want to see McCullough get out there and do it again if he play. I know he got hit in the face, Shot Powers. That's why he had the mask on originally, but then he got hit again in his face in the prior game, the past game. So let's hope that he played today. But I don't know. You said my man, the rookie might not play. I would like to see him play.
They saying his lower back, he might not play. Okay. Just like Pacome, he got a toe injury. I don't know if he's going to play. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Pacome really doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have to worry about it. He's coming to the team no matter what. You know what I mean? This was just warm up to let you know that he's coming this year. So he don't necessarily have to play. But I would like to see McCullough. You know what I mean? I want to know what they're going to do with McCullough. I like the way McCullough's playing this summer league, man. And it's a dang shame that the best thing that we might be able to do is sign him to a two-way, because if I'm not mistaken, he's up for grabs. He is up for grabs. Somebody could sign him. You know what I mean? Somebody could give him a contract. If I'm not mistaken, he is up for grabs. He is not a Knick. You know what I mean? He is striving to stay here with the Knicks, but if somebody offer him a three-year deal, $12 million, he out of here. You know what I mean? I made some numbers up. 369. That's $4 million a year. That's a lot of money.
You know what's crazy about this thing too? Yeah. It is nobody right now in that rotation that they could take out. You know what I mean? That, in other words, I'm willing to move him for him. I think Jordan Clausen I think Deuce and Brydon is a lock. They're a lock.
Yeah, Devon, we are solely already, we got a 10-man rotation, in my opinion. You know what I mean? What we need now is just to build the bench. But in my opinion, we already got the 10. We got if it's set the way I hope that it's set, because it makes it a little crazy if you do it any other way. But Mitch, Cat, OG, Mikal, Brunson, Deuce, Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, and Haka Purdy. That's our 10-man right there. That's our 10-man. In my opinion, that's our 10-man. We already got our team. That's the team. And what we did was we made our second unit stronger. last year we could only average, I think it was 21 points. I think it was even under 21 points. But this year we should be on average 32 points from our second unit. Our second unit, if everybody gives 7 points, 7 times 5, you do the math, that's 35. You know what I mean? I think we could get that. And I think that if the starting unit is doing anything like they did last year and they could get together, they could really gel early, we could beat teams by the second half. So the second unit be able to play more than the starting unit. That's like a lot of these teams that we talk about, like the OKCs. That's how they play a lot this year. The Pacers, when the starters is not playing heavy minutes because the other guys are stepping up. So if we could do the same thing, the less minutes that our starters get so they could be better equipped down the stretch, that's all we want. I mean, as a Knicks fan, that's what I want. I don't want to see Mikal out there 39 minutes next season. I don't want to see Josh Hart out there 38 minutes. I don't want to see all our starting 5 in the top 15 and playing minutes. I don't want to see that next year. So let's get it.
Get it. Yo, Sinfu, Bang USA. Bang, what's good, my man? Good to see you, Bang USA Sports. If I see you in the chat, Bang, I mean, I know you still alive. You out there doing your thing, man. Salute to you, man. Bang, real talk. And Sinfu, salute. You know what's interesting, ladies and gentlemen? On a different note, Knicks fan, what's good, my man? What's good? Hickle was crazy, too. And I got a scenario for you guys, in a sense, not a scenario, but just a thought. Now that you know Shamet and Ben Simmons is being talked about, where do they fit in? Is Ben Simmons gonna want to come to the Knicks and not be in the rotation? Think about this for a minute. Do Shamet want to come back to the Knicks and not be in the rotation? If this was the rotation we already had, which is Deuce Bride, Clarkson, Hart, Yabusele, and Hakapurdy. Where does them dudes even fit in? I don't think they want to come here and ride the pine with the bench players, with the young dudes. So either the New York Knicks, to me, got the order to bring them dudes in. I'm talking about them dudes, not any dudes, them dudes. You don't bring Ben Simmons to New York if he's not going to play. He's still an effective ball player and got other than his shooting. That's all you can dime him up for, his shooting, and maybe the way his NBA career went from all the other stuff. But you can't take away his talent from all the other things he do, like his rebound, his defense, his assists, his ball handling, his blah blah blah. I still don't think, to me, that any of them guys like Tyler Kolek and McCullough played before Ben Simmons.
Hell no. This guy's averaging last year was 6 and 6, 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Come on, man.
The reason why I say that, then where does he fit in? If you think Deuce and Bride got to get minutes, and do you think Jordan Clarkson 16 minutes a game, Yabusele? So who's the odd man out? You ain't taking them 4 out, and Josh Hart. So where does Landry Shamet and Ben Simmons, or Ben Simmons going into that rotation, who's going out the rotation? Now, we just named the rotation just now. So it's either got to be Hakapurdy. I don't think they're going to do Yabusele. I damn sure don't think they're going to do Josh Hart. And I damn sure don't think they're going to do Jordan Clarkson and do some Bride. So where does these guys fit in? You know what I mean? It's, bro.
Devon, that's what I'm saying, because in one of the X chats, I was joking around, but I'm real serious about how I said this. You know what I mean? Because what you just said, how are we gonna fit in? Because if we bring in a Bradley Beal, if we bring in what's the guy that used to be on Boston, that his name is out there, and then he went to
Brogdon.
Where we gonna fit Brogdon in? You know what I mean? Where we gonna fit these guys in? Yep. You know what I mean? Ben Simmons, where we gonna fit him in? You know what I mean? So I joked in these chats that I said, now they're gonna bring back PJ, they're gonna bring back PJ Tucker, and they're gonna bring in Muhammad. You know what I mean? Our pick. You know what I mean? That's who they're gonna bring back. Everybody's like, I'm not fighting it. you just brought up the same point that I'm saying to myself, Divine.
Yeah,
And we ain't talked about this. We just the first time. Who? If you put any of those guys in, who they starting over? Who Ben Simmons starting over? Ben Simmons might not want to play, so you starting him over Deuce.
Listen, real talk. That's the scenario. You know, our bench got better just by signing Yabusele. So you bring two players in who are going to be in a rotation. You already had two players that's already in the rotation, Josh Hart and Pride. Like literally, Jalen Brunson, Mikal, Anunoby, Towns, and hypothetically Mitchell Robinson. Hypothetically,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because if you put Mitchell Robinson into the second unit, then which one of those boys in the second unit is Yabu starting?
Haka Purdy out. Yeah, Josh Hart.
So Josh Hart. That's what I'm saying. If you put him in there, then Haka Purdy's out. Mm-hmm. Then you got Yabusele and Mitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think you could do in my opinion, the way this guy's rebounding and playing basketball right now, you give him the minutes. Because if you give him 3-4 minutes and then you start getting a foul trip, you can always bring your starter back in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got enough centers to rotate a little bit. You know what I mean? We got 4 guys, man, that can play if you want to put them power forward and say they power forward in the center, we got 4 guys that we can do that with, in my opinion.
Yeah, so because as of right now, on paper, Knicks already got their 10-man rotation, ladies and gentlemen. Right. They're on paper, they already got their 10-man rotation. And like I said, I named the starting 5. Now your backup point guard gonna be Deuce Bride. Your shooting guard gonna be Jordan Clarkson. Your small 3 gonna be Josh Hart. All right. Your power forward gonna be Yabusele. All right. As of right now, Haka Purdy is your 5.
Thanks.
That's 10 men.
Thanks.
I need to know who gonna be leaving if you bring in Ben Simmons.
Right.
Shaman not so much, but I don't think Shaman gonna want to come back to New York.
No, I don't think so either.
Playing. He might come.
Right. He want to play. Right.
He want to play.
Now there may be games that maybe he might want to change it up a little bit or give somebody some more minutes and sit down one of your second unit starters or your second unit down and give another rotation play. Like he'll sit Shaman down sit Clarkson down so Shaman could get in there and he could get his minutes and Clarkson won't play no more tonight. For tonight, we already beaten him by 16, 17 points. We put Shaman in there now, let Clarkson sit down. You know, it might be nice like that, but how many nights is that going to be?
Right.
You know what I mean? How many nights is that going to be? You know what I mean? How many nights are going to be? I don't think I would love to have Shaman back, but I don't think Shaman want to sit here and be on the bench, even though he got a little bit of a taste of that with Tibbs last year. So you want to throw that out there? All right, I'll take that blow. He sat on the bench last year with Tibbs. All right. But I think he want to be out there and play.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he can go to another team and get more minutes.
Right.
He probably I can get the same money they giving me, but I probably can go somewhere and be able to play more minutes because I could be a backup in there in that rotation. So I'll say all that to say that you never know. It could be a move coming that we don't know about. You never know. You never know with guys like Haka Purdy or who let's say I swear I don't want to even put Deuce in that equation. I don't even want to do that. But I'm saying in order for these other moves to work, they're gonna have to do something. And the way it looks right now, we got 10 men already pretty much on paper guaranteed spots. So I think the other 5 players like Daddier, McCullough, if you get Shamet, if you get Ben Simmons, does Haka Purdy go to the bench? Does Haka Purdy go to the bench if you get Ben Simmons and put listen, like I said, the thing about Ben Simmons, and I can't reiterate this enough, his talent succeeds $3, $4, $5 million. Whether you like him or not, his talent exceeds $3 or $4 million. Now you said Ben Simmons 3 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, I lost him. I'm not paying him all that money. But for $3 or $4 million, his talent exceeds, and that's why I understand why the Knicks keep looking at him. He'd be one of the better ball handlers on the Knicks. His defense is top notch. Big dude, could play. He can guard from 1 to 5. Transition dude, can run up and down the floor. But like for me, I see why the Knicks are going after him. I don't want him. If he come, I don't have a problem with him being here because I know what he could do with a ball. I know I've seen what he could do with the Clippers. Ben Simmons is still better than Tyler Copeland, all of them. And we in a championship mode right now. So what happens if one of our main dudes go down in the regular season? Because it's one thing you never want to be short of is talent. And if anybody from that 1 spot to that 4 spot go down on our team, Ben Simmons can fill that role. He can fill it. He really can. And then you might have to pick up scoring production from other places, but you ain't gonna get shorter from all the other stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I see why the Knicks keep looking at that man. You know, whether you like him or not, you might think he checked out, whatever, but he played good with the Clippers last year. They just was a deep team. You know what I mean? He played there. If he wasn't good, the Clippers wouldn't even but listen, I don't think he's coming. Because I think the roster is just loaded, shot power. But if we do come, we got to see how it goes. I want to see how Mike Brown going to finagle this thing because there's a lot of guys there. And then what does that do? Where the McCullers at? Where is the Tyler Cole is going to come in at? Where is all these guys going to be? They're not going to be able to play with this roster, man.
I say this, Divine, right? And like I said in these chats, joking, but just to rile people up, just to ruffle the feathers, right? You get Ben Simmons, and you know what you do with Ben Simmons? You start him. You put Mitchell Robinson on the bench, and you start him.
Facts.
3 defensive guys with 2 guys that don't have defense, but the 2 guys that don't have that great a defense is your offensive threats. There you go. In a nutshell, you want Ben Simmons, you start Ben Simmons. You start Ben Simmons with his great defense, with his 6'10", with his assists. You make Jalen Brunson off the ball. You put Ben Simmons on the court, and hopefully he can control the pace and control the movement. He ain't got to score that much, 4, 5, 6 points, a little couple of rebounds, offensive rebounds, but we need you to get out there and get, 8, 10 rebounds. We need you to get out there and get 6, 10 assists. You know what I mean? With that starting unit. That's what we need, and 6, 7 points. You know what I mean? Low triple-double. You really want to open up the court? But the bad thing about that, they know that people know that he's not going to shoot. So he is, in a sense, a worse Josh Hart. At least Josh Hart to drive to the basket. Ben Simmons might not do that. So, but just to ruffle feathers, you want Ben Simmons, you start him. Yeah, the defense will be immaculate. You know what I mean?
I have no problem with that.
In my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, the man listen, if you take 10 things you do on a basketball court, shoot, dribble, blah, 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 blah. Out of them 10 things, how many things can you take away from Ben Simmons that he can't do? Like if it's rebounding, just passing the ball, scoring,
he can do that.
Running pace. The only thing you really can take away from all those characters he got is one, and that's shooting and scoring. They don't need that in the first unit. That's the beautiful thing about it. I agree with y'all. Probably know why. Jalen Brunson get buckets, Cat get buckets, Mikal Bridges get buckets, and Anunoby get buckets. That one guy,
and they still can get buckets. Right.
Yeah. That's how you supposed to run it.
And you got somebody that could defend the basketball. You talking about a point of attack? Hold on, wait. You talking about a point of attack defender like a Deuce? This guy's 6'10". He has been. Yes, he has. And thinking about Ben Simmons, you have to hope. But this is one thing that you can say about the New York Knicks. When you come from another team and you come to the New York Knicks, a lot of times you get better. You come on the New York Knicks, you get better. Even though you may want to put it with Tom Thibodeau or something like that, but you get better. Everybody that left the Knicks is getting contracts. And I mean, everybody talk about we haven't developed the team and stuff like that. We developed everybody that got big contracts now. They just didn't stay here. We had to move them. RJ, big contract. IQ, big contract. Toppin, big contract. Grimes, getting ready to get a big contract. What happened? We developed all of those guys. We didn't keep them long enough to keep them here because of financial reasons, and we had different players that they couldn't fill in the position for, but we developed them. So let's see. I'm not saying that we getting Ben Simmons. But if you want to throw some mix in there, I wouldn't put Ben Simmons in the second unit. You know what I mean? I'd put Ben Simmons in the starting unit, and I would take out Hakapurdy in the second unit and implement Mitchell Robinson with Yabusele and with Deuce and Josh Hart and Clarkson. That still would be the second unit. Just Mitch would be in the second unit now. instead of Haka Purdy.
Haka Purdy be out of rotation.
Yeah.
Here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not advocating to bring him in here. Only reason I don't talk about it because the New York Knicks is acquired about him.
Facts.
It's not Knicks real talk acquired about him. The New York Knicks have been acquiring about Ben Simmons, not Knicks real talk. But being that the New York Knicks are acquired about Ben Simmons, we just throwing out some variables, some intangibles that can say, okay, you know what? It could work or it can't work. Ben Simmons don't got no pressure to come to New York. He ain't coming here to be the guy. He ain't trying to be the first guy. He ain't trying to be the second guy. He ain't even trying to be the seventh guy. He ain't trying to come here and steal nobody's job. What the New York Knicks want from him is his skill set. His skill. Because remember, we got guys, we brought in guys who's not good defenders, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Yabusele's not a defender. Precious Achiuwa's not a defender. Haka Purdy, he ain't there yet. So you got Deuce and Bride. Josh Hart is okay. So then you got Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
We don't have a lot of defensive dudes there. You understand what I'm saying? We don't. You know what I mean? We got a lot of bucket getters. So I can understand why they would want him for the money, for what he can do. Because like I said, if you shot Powell hit the nail right on the head. On the opposing team's point guard, you put Ben Simmons on him to take the pressure off of Jalen Brunson getting in foul trouble.
Thanks.
A lot of playoffs.
And you help out Mikal and OG with that too.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean? Make them be eating. You want to see Wingstop? You'll see Wingstop with those three guys. You talk about putting pressure on a Cheerio pass and everything like that. You will see that with that lineup. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that he'll come over here and start shooting 3-point shots, but New York Knicks will do something to you. He may come here and might I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm not advocating. And listen, if he comes over here and he sticks stuff up, you know what you do? You sit him at the end of the bench, and at trade deadline, you trade him.
Shot Power. Every team, a lot of teams they have a Ben Simmons top player. You know who a perfect team with a Ben Simmons not player, but maybe not the three ball is good? Draymond Green, Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, no doubt.
These type of guys, like one thing you can say about Ben Simmons, he ain't backing down from you. He got that quiet face type of, but he will defend your best player. Like so that takes the pressure off of Anunoby and Mikal, and my man Brunson for that part, because like I said, when the Poland team let's say if the Poland team point guard is SGA, you throw Ben Simmons on SGA, you don't got to throw Jalen Brunson on him. You understand what I'm saying? His 6 fouls, his rebound, and his defense, a la Tony Allen. If y'all know the old Memphis Grizzlies, Tony Allen, Andre Roberson. Go to the modern NBA. Yeah. You always got them guys. You always got them guys in your starting lineup that can defend the shit out the basketball. That's what Ben Simmons is. So if the Knicks do acquire Ben Simmons, I'm rooting for that young man. I hope he come in here and get a pop because he's in a Knicks uniform now. If the New York Knicks get Ben Simmons, I hope Mike Brown with that up and down pace to get it popping, because I think the guy got talent. You know what I mean? And he's been through some things in the NBA. But sometimes, you know, you go through things in the beginning of your career, and at the end of your career, you say, okay, you know, I'm a grown man now.
Whatever.
My maturation is right. I got a little more educated, more experience. I don't got a problem with Ben Simmons. I really don't. For $2-3 million, man.
And he can get traded at the trade deadline. He'll have enough time to get traded at the trade deadline, if I'm not mistaken. If we pick him up and he doesn't work out, I think we can have him relinquish off his deal by the trade deadline. I believe so. I'll do some more homework on that. I didn't do no homework, so don't quote me. But I think he'll be able still to be traded. So let's get it. I mean, I'm not, because he has some bad things. There's some things, you know, everybody talk about his mental, okay, but he's not a shooter. You want to talk about the stuff that's on the court, he's not a shooter. You know what I mean? He's not great at free throws. So they'll do the same thing that he would do to Mitch. Hacker Mitch, Hacker Simmons. He does, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's like 67, 70. I think he's under 70% from his free throws. So that'd be something that some things that. But you talk about pushing the pace. You talking about want to get running up and down the court and stuff like that with him. I think he'll be better off running up and down the court and taking layups than to take jump shots. Oh, I think he'll go in there and lay the ball up. And I think he'll penetrate and make everybody crash in, even the bigs, so he can kick it out to somebody. That I think he could do too. So, you know what I mean? If you want to weigh the good with the bad, yeah, he's not a good free throw shooter. Yeah, he's not a good percentage shooter from the perimeter or from the mid-range. No, he's not. You know what I mean? And years before, they used to say about him, you know, a little bit with the head and all that stuff. He was that flamboyant. I mean, not like flamboyant, but, you know, I don't even want to talk about young kids these days. Excuse me for being old. I just wish the old moment, Devon. I'm sorry. But, yeah, man, that's it. You know what I mean? So I think if $2 million and we could possibly, if he don't work out, we could possibly get off him. Hey, shoot your shot. I'm not that. And it doesn't do much to the lineup. The lineup only difference, in my opinion, if you start him, the only difference is not starting Mitch in the lineup. And Mitch goes back in the second unit with Josh Hart and Deuce McBride, somebody that he's been playing with as long as they've been on the team, because he's the eldest Nick.
Let me ask you a question. If you had to do this 10-man rotation, which one would you take? The one with Mitchell Robinson and Haka Purdy, or the one with Mitchell Robinson and Ben Simmons?
I like the Ben Simmons idea. A lot of people don't like it. I like the Ben Simmons. I like to try it. And with what this guy's coming in here with, Mike Brown, we know he already said it. He want to move the pace. The best thing I heard all year, he said he want to, you know how I feel about pushing the pace. What? That's what you want to do? You want to do that with Ben Simmons? Yeah, I think you could do that. And years prior, before all his back injuries and all the injuries that he had when he was in Brooklyn and all that stuff, I think he was just flamboyant. I think I'm not gonna say he was faking it. I can't say he was faking because you got to, but he wasn't pushing hard to try to get back. I believe, in my opinion, he already got the bag. The guy was one of the first. Don't y'all remember? He didn't get like a $20 million contract. Nobody remember Ben Simmons getting that the 2-3 years in a row, defensive player and all this thing. Y'all don't remember that? I understand. I'm in New York too, baby. I remember after he is back and after he came to Philly and Philly, they broke his will when Doc came out there and said that thing about him, and they laughed about it like it was a joke. It broke his will. He was only like 23 years old. He was 25. He was a kid. Broke his will. He made him go. I can't do that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I see, look, I'm getting the sense already. See, I'm getting the flood watch and everything. Let me get my mouth right now. I'm getting the flood watch and everything. But if we could get him back in here and get him back on good graces, and we don't need it. If we could get in here and get 6, 7, 6, and 7, whichever way you want it, 6 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. I take it.
I take it. Lineup, throw him in the starting lineup, just like you said.
Yeah.
Put Ben Simmons and put him in the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you got to do. You don't need Ben Simmons to score the ball. I don't give a fuck. He don't get no points. It wouldn't even matter.
He's Mitch. He's like he's a point guard. He's Mitch as a point guard.
Yeah. He's exactly what Mitchell Robinson is at a different position. That's exactly what you're doing.
That's it.
Now you put in the second unit. If you put Mitch back in the second unit with Yabusele, now your second unit got better defense. Hypothetically, if you put Mitch back in there, think about it. Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, and them dudes that get ate up on the defense.
Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. That's your 10-man right now. That's your 10-man. The only thing changed is Haka Purdy. Haka Purdy gone. Mitch still in the rotation. He's just back in the second unit now.
Yeah, and y'all got to remember too, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks were the top 3, 5 scoring team in the NBA last year. Let's not get it twisted.
Facts. For the whole year,
for the whole year, they was number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And when Jalen Brunson got injured, they kind of took and Mitchell Robinson, came in from they took a little step back. The New York Knicks don't need them. They don't have an offense problem. They didn't have an offense problem last
Nope.
year.
Nope.
They whole star lineup could shoot the ball from downtown. Deuce and Brogdon can shoot the ball from downtown. Clarkson can shoot everything from downtown. They had cats who could score the ball. Our bench was suspect, but we had shooters. That was one thing we didn't have that we didn't worry about last year until we got deep in the playoffs. And then I guess the energy might have caught up to it. But the New York Knicks were the top 5 team in the scoring last year in the NBA. What was our problem?
It was our defense that stuff.
Defense. It was our defense. But time we got to the playoffs, it kind of reared its ugly head because now you that deep into the season and your bag wasn't there, you know. But I do believe that. Listen, there's a lot of guys I would take over Ben Simmons, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even advocating for this. I'm not even advocating for this. But what I'm saying is you can't deny that he can make a difference on our team by the things that we need. He brings skill sets that we need. Our bench was number 30 in the NBA last year. The New York Knicks,
that's right.
The bench was number 30 in the NBA last year. So, nobody, I don't care. Campaign ain't better than Ben Simmons right now. DeLon Wright ain't better than Simmons right now. Haka Purdy ain't better than Ben Simmons right now. Ain't a lot of them dudes better than Ben Simmons. Overall, not just scoring, ladies and gentlemen, because it's more than basketball, they're scoring. Overall, them dudes don't affect the game more than Ben Simmons do, because with things that Ben Simmons could do, they can't even do. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have a guy like Shaman come back. I take Shaman over Ben Simmons. I will. But I just don't know if Shaman gonna want to be out of that rotation.
Yeah, for that money. For that money. Yeah, he can get a bag. He probably get a bag, yeah.
Get a bag.
Like, in my opinion, I'm not advocating for him either, but I see something good. I mean, I see something. Well, it ain't. I don't know who cares about what I think. The Knicks looking at him like you said earlier about. But what I see in him, I see he can get eat for $2 million. If he don't work out, we could trade him at the trade deadline. But in my opinion, I would rather Brogdon, Malcolm Brogdon. That's my guy. You know what I mean? I would rather Brogdon, but he's health. But you're talking about a guy that could come in and he could be in the starting unit. You know what I mean? 6'5", point of attack defender. Could hit the guy used to be a 40, 50, 90 guy, 50, 40, 90 guy. Come on. This guy gets to the line 90%. He shoot from 3-point, 40%, mid-range, 50%. Come on. This, his bag is he can't stay healthy. I don't think he played more than 70 games in his career. I think I don't know if it was his career, but at least in the last 5 years, I'm gonna say it like that. I don't know if it was the career but the last couple of years he ain't played more than 65 games or something like that. So that's his bag. But that's what I like. I think he could come in here and help because he can pass, he can shoot, and he can score.
Yep. And here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. I think the guy's already on a team. Well, not on a team. He's in an organization. I still believe Kevin McCullough Jr. We don't need Ben Simmons, ladies and gentlemen, when you got Kevin McCullough Jr. in them. But here's what everybody missing. We got Tyler Kolek. We got Daddier. We got McCullough. The Knicks is the ones bringing these guys in. So they don't think them dudes is ready. You hear what I'm saying? If they thought these dudes was going to be that dude, they wouldn't be looking for these guys. Like Shaman wouldn't even be in an equation. Ben Simmons wouldn't even be in an equation if the New York Knicks thought that Daddier, Kevin McCullough Jr., Tyler Kolek, all of them was ready. They wouldn't be asking about these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about whether we like this. I think my man Kevin McCullough Jr. got a chance to be a good player in a New York Knicks uniform. I really believe that. I think his skill set he can match. I think he can damn near play in that rotation in the year too. But Shao Powers, the New York Knicks is acquiring about these guys. So what does that tell us as fans and content creators, whatever? If they believed in Tyler Kolek in them, they wouldn't be going after Ben Simmons in them. If they believed in Daddy and them, they wouldn't be going after who else they were talking about? The guys you was talking about. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So it's not like we just blowing smoke here. We just saying, okay, why do the Knicks don't believe in these guys? So, and if they don't believe in them, what makes you think that what do we know that they don't know, what they know that we don't know? That's all I'm saying. They acquired about these guys for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why I think they acquired about them because you know why? The New York Knicks is that close to winning a ring. They that close. And the NBA and listen, getting deeper. What happens if LeBron James go to the Dallas Mavericks? What happens if now that you've seen the Houston Rockets done elevated their team? What happens now if the team the Orlando Magic got better? Now they look like they want to make noise. Atlanta Hawks, all these teams, the West is loaded. So the Knicks got to want to stay and say, listen, we got to be able to match these dudes. And that's all I'm saying. And I think that because they're in championship mode, that's the only reason I think that they going after these other type of players, ladies and gentlemen, because I think they're looking for that playoff type of experienced ball players who've been in the game for a minute, understand the nuances of the NBA and understand the rigors of the NBA. Because think about what happened last year in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, for the New York Knicks. When Jalen Brunson getting it popping, Cat didn't get it popping, they didn't have nobody. Tyler Kohler couldn't get it popping. Daddy couldn't get it popping.
Thanks.
None of them young dudes could get it popping in there. And that's why we got bounced in the Eastern Conference Finals, because the guy that we had there wasn't doing nothing. And I don't know if they was ready for it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think no matter which way it goes, I think Knicks is in a good place. They got a deep team, ladies and gentlemen. They got a deep team. And it's hard to get guys a lot of minutes when you got a deep team. This year especially, I think they're deeper now. You know, they brought in two players that's literally going to be in a rotation. So the spots that we wanted Daddy and them to get this year and Tyler Kohler to get this year, they got set back because you brought in Yabusele and you brought in Jordan Clarkson. Now you know they ain't getting no burn now. Now you might realize it might not have been Tibbs because they got a 10-man rotation.
Say it again, Devon.
Now
you realize, right?
Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, maybe Haka Purdy. How them other dudes gonna play? That you going over 10 men right there. So that's why now if you add somebody else in the mix, then I'd rather Knicks don't add nobody, keep the money and put them do that. But I understand why they're doing what they're doing. That's all I'm trying to say. Because what happens and what will happen in the course of the year if Anunoby get hurt, or Mikal go down, or Brunson go down, or Mitchell Robinson go down? Do you got another talent that can replace that on the championship roster? You going for a championship now? We ain't in no development shit no more. We trying to get to the final shot. Do you have a player, if one of them 5 guys go down, can they come in there and fill that role and give you their production? And so far, we don't got that because it didn't happen last year. That's all I'm saying. Plain and simple. That's how the NBA works, yo. So we'll see how it goes, man. I think they get it popping, man. But listen, we'll see what the Knicks do, man. I don't give a Ben Simmons come to New York now. We got a good team. We good. But if you come out, I ain't got no problem with it. If you don't come, let his ass stay where he at. I couldn't even care. But if the Knicks get him, though, I'm going to be a happy dude because I think he got something that the Knicks can use. And then all them intangible things that he do besides shooting. That's all. Yep. But listen, man, I ain't know what this one. Let's get it, man. We go ahead and watch this game, man. I got the New York Knicks team bouncing back, Shy Powell. I think the Summer League guys have a better game today than they had the other day. I'm hoping that Tyler Kohler can get out there and get a little loose, just for the sake that, to get back into a rhythm. We're not worried about
it. Just so people can stop getting off his neck. I feel
yeah, get off his neck. That's what it's really about. Just get off his neck. The man got a $2 million contract for Knicks. We got the highest paid rookie contract, I think, in second round in Knicks history. So
yeah.
But you know what? To mess around, all them dudes be on the block.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, they all be on the block. Because they got contract, don't mean they ain't tradable.
That's a fact.
I mean, hey, Josh Hart, anybody tradable, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody over there?
That's a fact.
I think there's only a couple of players on the New York team that I can consider untouchable right now. And they're my 2 superstars. Everybody else can get they can get it. So they can get it shot out. Who knows what the Knicks gonna do? Anybody can get it, man. It's about the name up here, not the back. So you know how it go. You're gonna ship them dudes out in a minute. Hey, you know what? I like you, Josh Hart. You my man though. But listen.
We gotta do this, bro.
Right.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to what's that? The TV. Y'all gonna have the TV that podcast together.
You're
You're gonna
right.
have to WhatsApp. What you're gonna have to WhatsApp that podcast.
It won't be the roommate; it'll be the room escape.
Yeah, you're gonna have to podcast that. You're gonna have to WhatsApp that or something.
For real. But yeah, man, give me your last word. We get out of here, man. Go watch this game.
Ain't nothing major, man. Let's get out there. Let's whoever plays, let's Tyler get out there and score for 38 points tonight. 38 points, 6 assists, and with no turnovers. You know what I mean? Let's as a matter of fact, let's get 15 assists and 11 points. Make that look that's more feasible. I think you can get something like that. Let's make that more. Let's make that happen today.
Yeah, real talk. Let me shout out, man. Peace of the God, Allah wide. Pardon me, my brother. I'm a big guy. I'm a bit just sweet flowing, man. Forgot to shout you out. Salute to everybody, man. Give size 9. Peace of the God, everybody, the whole chat, man. GD, everybody, man. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody, man. Listen, man. Luke Skywalker was good. We just popping my man to you as well. The whole family, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Listen, let's see if the Knicks can get a little win or something, man. We need a little win just to have it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's really about development and all that. But it ain't nothing wrong with getting a little W. I take a W at any time. And real talk, man, and everything, man. But listen, Shop Powers, I see you on the other side, my brother.
You're ready.
Everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Knicks will talk Divine, Shop Powers, Knicks, Boston, Battle of the Boroughs, Summer League. Let's go get it, man. See these cats will win the game, man. Peace.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk game popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you one.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd waters, bow with each around flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, no hear what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my shit in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat. So we Knicks dripping. Knicks real, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip.